few months ago I made a video trying on and reviewing some of the Aussie makeup from Rock and Roll Beauty, and they just came out with some Twisted Sister makeup also, so I'm gonna have to try it on as well. They didn't have as many products for the Twisted Sister makeup as they did for Aussie. I know that they had some candles, they had like a contour and blush palette, and then they did have some lipstick, so I got that. It comes with a bullet lipstick and a lip gloss, they're both red. And then I got the palette obviously as well. And then also, for those of you who aren't familiar with who Twisted Sister is, I can almost guarantee you've probably heard at least 2 of their songs before. This is their most popular album. It's called Stay Hungry. It came out in 1984. It's got some really fun music videos that go along with it. And the 2 songs that you probably know are both on this album, and they are I Wanna Rock and We're Not Gonna Take It. On the cover, we've got Dee Snider, the vocalist, and then on the back you can see the full band. And if you haven't listened through this full album, I highly suggest it, as well as checking out their other albums as well. They're a really solid band. I also want to talk about Dee Snider for a minute and how cool he is. He's one of my favorite icons in metal. Here's some of the cool things he's done over the years. He helped jumpstart metal being played on MTV by hosting Heavy Metal Mania. That was before Headbangers Ball.
Merry Christmas and welcome to MTV's Heavy Metal Mania Measure of Metal. In case you haven't already noticed, I am back by popular demand, and also I'm the only guy that would do it for free, okay?
And perhaps one of his most notable acts was coming before the Senate on behalf of rock and heavy metal to help fight the PMRC.
I would like to use this occasion to speak on a more personal note and show just how unfair the whole concept of lyrical interpretation and judgment can be, and how many times this can amount to little more than character assassination. The beauty of literature, poetry, and music is that they leave room for the audience to put its own imagination, experiences, and dreams into the words. The examples I cited earlier showed clear evidence of Twisted Sister's music being completely misinterpreted and unfairly judged by supposedly well-informed adults. We cannot allow this to continue. There is no authority who has the right or the necessary insight to make these judgments. Not myself, not the federal government, not some recording industry committee, not the PTA, not the RIAA, and certainly not the PMRC.
Alright, now let's get started. For primer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Primer. And then for foundation, I'm actually going to use a mix. It's going to be partly the White Witchcraft foundation from VE Cosmetics, and then also partly my natural skin tone from, I think this is Urban Decay. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of concealer as well. And then to set everything, I like using the Manic White Face Powder. And then for eyeshadow primer, it's a little more spendy than some others, but I really like the Urban Decay original version. Alright, now time for the big reveal. So here's a closer look at some of those shades and their names. And it also comes with an eyeshadow brush. And then the art underneath the top of the cover is their album Love is for Suckers. I'm trying to decide what colors to use and what for. I should definitely do like more of a glam look, but I don't know. That's not something I usually do, so it's kind of a tough one for me. I did purple and red for the Aussie makeup, so I feel like I can't do that again, even though that's what I want to use. I think I'm going to go with purple and bluish shades for the eyeshadow. I think I'm going to start with this purplish shade, Blade. I really like this one so far. It's really well pigmented and it's a really pretty shade. I think I'm going to add some of this really light purple shade Scream to the inner corners of my eyes. It looks pretty good, but I think I'm going to change it to one of the blue shades instead, just because it'll pop a little bit more and then we get to use another one of the shades in the palette. I think I'm going to go ahead and use Destroyer. So I had to add a little bit more. I think it's probably still pretty well pigmented, but it wasn't sticking as well since I had put that Scream shade over it beforehand. And for the outside, I think I'm going to use some of this Beast shimmer. I think that one worked pretty well. It did have some fall off, but it wasn't too bad. I think I'm going to use the SMF shade under my eyes. I don't know if you can see that one really well on camera, but it's not a super noticeable shade anyway. I think I'm going to try to add also a little bit of this red under my eye as well. The red doesn't seem as vibrant as I would have hoped, but that might be because I already added it over another color already, so it's still pretty good. I think this looks a lot better than just the SMF shade beforehand. This eyeliner's not really all that great or special or anything, it's just like this Maybelline retractable black eyeliner. I mostly use it because it's just like really easy. It's kind of my lazy eyeliner. I think that's good for eyeliner. I'll probably add a little bit of black eyeshadow to it just to darken it up a little bit and blend it out. The Twisted Sister palette doesn't have a black in it, so I'm going to go ahead and use the black from this Little Creature Cosmetics palette. And then I still need to get my eyebrows done, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with the black eyeshadow also. And for that I'm going to use this little angled brush. Alright, so I've got eyebrows now. Let's go ahead and add some mascara. This is just the Maybelline Great Lash. Now let's go ahead and try out the lipstick and lip gloss. I know I should be using a lip liner, but I don't know, I just never really use them. Now this isn't going to be the best test of the lip gloss, but I'm going to go ahead and throw some over the lipstick just to kind of see what it's like. I actually like that even more. It worked out really well. I think the only thing left that I need is probably some blush and contour. Now like I said, I didn't get the blush or like contour palette that they had, because usually I just use eyeshadow for that anyway. So I think because I'm trying to be a little bit more colorful and glam this time around, I'm going to go ahead and go with this pink shade and this like pinkish red shade. Oh boy, this is already a lot because I like never do pinks. Well, here's this so far. That was brighter than I expected. And I probably could be done here, but I'm going to go ahead and add some black contour because I just can't help myself. Alright, I think it looks good. I think I'm all done. I really like it. Definitely more colorful than what I usually do, but go ahead and let me know what you guys think, and hopefully we'll see more cool metal themed palettes coming from them in the future.